So a real world analogy might be, let's say you just bought a car and you bought it on a loan. I come up and I say, hey, I really like your car. I'm going to pay off your loan and I'll take your car. I mean, it's kind of like it's a
Last week on VC Diaries, we double-clicked on one of our portfolio companies, Liquity, and introduced you to the founder, Robert.
It's a bit strange if you're working so hard on something, but it's still not live. It's just a concept or just a few lines of code. But now it's there, and it has become something material.
This week, we're traveling to Zurich to go behind the scenes of the launch itself. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of VC Diaries. It is 6:15, and I am on my way to Zurich for the Liquity Launch. Exciting morning. The streets are super quiet, and I realized it's because it's Easter Monday, and apparently startups neglect holidays. Let's fast forward to 8 a.m. when I met Robert for the first time and could ask him how he felt.
Excited, but also a bit anxious.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see what happens. We just release this, and then it will be just there, living for itself.
Once we settled into the office at Amarana, I had a chance to ask Claude, who you also met last week, how he felt.
I feel nervous, but in a good way. It's really exciting to watch, as Robert said, the contracts go live on Ethereum right now. And I'm really excited to see how the community reacts and how people start interacting with the protocol. It's a big day.
Claude and Robert and Cedric were all really excited. But for me, never having been at a launch before, I still had a lot of questions.
What's the actual launch look like? Are we pressing a button, clicking?
Yeah, actually, I think Rick pushed the red button like 20 minutes ago, and this now went through. Basically, just now, I think it deployed all the contracts to Ethereum, and this is technically it. But I mean, as long as we haven't made it public yet, people hopefully wouldn't know, because we want to have like some kind of an organized way of letting everybody know, so that everybody has the same like chances to get involved at the same time. But technically it's up there.
Robert spent the next couple hours on calls with his team, double and triple checking everything. But he even joked,
yeah, what you need to do as a CEO. I mean, if everybody's set up, you can just sit there and watch them doing
Sit back, relax.
Yeah.
In case you're confused at this point, Liquity had already deployed 19 contracts in the morning a few hours after we arrived. That was what Robert was referring to with the red button. But the launch itself was scheduled for 4 p.m. CET, and the reason it was deployed early was to make sure they could run tests on mainnet, to check everything was running smooth before the community knew about it. When it was time for the launch itself, the community was notified in a series of ways, starting with a short article on Medium by Robert, which they synced together with a post on The Block, one of the most read publications in the cryptosphere, along with other platforms like Discord and Twitter. As Robert mentioned, it was important for everyone to have an equal opportunity to get involved early. Here's what happened when Liquity was ready to go live.
Oh, I just need, maybe you first need to publish the Medium article so that I can get the link and put it in.
Yeah. So once we're satisfied with waiting for the block, I'll hit publish and then we can just start launching everything.
Yeah. Sounds good. And what about the EtherScan issue? So Rick or Bingen, have you figured out what happened?
Seems it unverify a couple of our peripheral contracts and the lockup contract factory. I'm not sure why. It could well just be the hard hat plugin that does this automated verification. So maybe we can just do it manually.
Yeah, we have to look into that. But I mean, it's not like critical for launch.
Yeah, no, all the core contracts, I think, all the core ones are verified.
We have a 40,000k trove just opened.
Pretty large.
Yeah.
Like
ETH or LUSD?
40,000 LUSD.
Oh, LUSD.
What's being mentioned here is that there were a few people who were super tuned in and saw that the contracts were deployed before the announcement itself went live.
I'm getting anxious. I feel like we should just...
I think we should go ahead.
Push
Yeah,
it.
let's
All right.
go.
Okay. Why is the block? No.
It's all right.
They'll
We have-
announce. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna.
All right. Blog post is going live. Robert.
Okay, cool. Can I just...
The blog post is live.
Okay, everyone.
Now we're at 600k TVL.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
What? TBL, total value locked.
All right, it's now tweeted.
Like everyone keeps talking about the TVL, the total value locked. Why is that so relevant?
I mean, it's first of all a sign for like that people trust our system, that they are fine with putting their money in our smart contracts, so they have to trust them like to some degree, and also just the fact that our system is interesting to be used. I mean, apparently the use cases that it provides are interesting enough.
Liquity.app is live apparently, and that's Chris.eth, so that should be a good one.
That's who? Chris?
It says its front-end's not registered yet though, so maybe not.
4.3 million TVL.
I mean, it's on mainnet. Yeah.
Wow. 2 million values.
So the TCR is 179%.
So
What does TCR mean?
TCR
Liquidity
is
app
total
is
collateral
ready.
ratio, the average.
Yeah.
And this is one of our investors, IUSG, who just put in 500 ETH and staked some LUSD.
That's a million, huh? 500 ETH.
Yeah. We'll add more tomorrow if everything is all right.
We verified the lockup contract on the EtherScan.
Perfect.
You mean the factory that failed
Yeah,
before?
sorry, the factory.
Oh, nice, thanks. Do you know what the issue was, or just?
Just had to try again.
Okay.
I'm opening a trove as well.
I don't know.
Can wait.
I don't think the stability will be that much.
Some guy trying to get hired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, guy just texted me wants to get hired, or is interested in a job. I already got like something similar a few days ago, so but it's good that we now get some traction. 12.9.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Blink.
I really I'm wondering where we get to in a few hours. 13 million right now. So we are 22 million US dollar are locked in the protocol right now after around 20 minutes. So I think it's cool. The collateral ratio is at 175%, so that's healthy. And I think the US is only waking up right now. So I think the first of many 20 millions.
And that was the day.
Liquity went live. It was really exciting to get to be there, and it really actually felt like a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I think few people have access to those kinds of moments, and so I feel quite lucky to have been able to witness that, but I am so excited for bed. So how are you feeling? It's almost been almost to the hour, 1 week.
Yeah,
Since
but it's
the
a
launch.
completely different feeling and completely different world now for like this Liquity ecosystem. I mean, just seeing the growth is overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, you must be pretty proud of yourself and the team, and you finally spoke to your parents, who I'm sure are also very proud. Right?
Yes, they are, and they are now also. My father is just checking this TVL number all the time.
Yeah.
So he was like the first one to write me, oh, now it crossed 500 millions. Yeah, and I'm really proud of my team, I must say so, because without like the amazing contributions from all of them, I mean, this wouldn't have been possible. I mean, it's not just the idea. I mean, you have to execute it, and
Yes.
and yeah, it was great team effort. Just had a one-to-one with one of my team members this morning, and he just confirmed how satisfied and how pleased he is with like the team culture. And we have like this kind of culture that we are very open to criticism. We are discussing things without like just imposing like decisions, or like I think that's also great to hear that he feels really at home while working for Liquity, and yeah, that's a great feedback to get.
That's a win for sure.
Getting
for
to
you.
meet founders like Robert gives me a lot of hope for the future of entrepreneurship. A future filled with fearless ideas and built by phenomenal teams. Thanks for watching VC Diaries. We'll see you next week.